This is a car review, just a quick car review on the 2020 Chevy Tahoe. As you can see, it's a little dark because it's in my garage. I'm gonna open the garage door back up. I had to make sure it will fucking fit in my garage. Holy shit, this fucking truck is big. Let me stop cursing, but this is a big truck, a lot of truck. But it does fit in my garage with plenty of space. As you can see, to open the door, comes with the Bose. This one has the Bose stereo system. I like how it has the nice stainless steel plated Chevrolet right there. Fully adjustable seats. Huge console. This console is ridiculous. It is enormous. One thing I don't like is I don't like the dashboard. It's kind of old fashioned. I would think it would be digital because this is a 2020, and in my 2018 Camaro, it has a fully digital dash. So I would have thought that this dash would be the same, fully digital, but it's not. Sits up pretty darn good. You feel like you're riding in the truck, that's for sure. But you see the two-tone door panels, fully wrapped leather. It doesn't really feel really cheaply made. I was sure would hope not with the pricing of this thing. This thing is expensive. It has an extra compartment here that I like. Kind of you can throw. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this review on this 2020 Chevy Tahoe. It only has, well, right now it has 1,788 miles on it. So it doesn't even have 2,000 miles on it yet. I started the review, so you're gonna see it a little editing, different clothes, the whole nine. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the full review today, things that I like and I dislike. So far I've had the car for 6 days. What's today? Saturday. So I had the car since Monday. So 5 or 6 days I've had this vehicle. Initially, my first impression was the outside looks great. I like how the outside look. I like how the inside looks. So it's a very nice looking vehicle. So the first impression, I didn't get it's not the XL model. It's just the short model. Well, like I say, it's a very appealing, attractive vehicle. I like how it looks. I've always wanted to drive one to see how it feels, so to speak. The inside, it feels longer. I mean, it feels like big. I mean, as you can see, this one does have the split bucket in the back, and then a bench in the far back. And it still has a decent amount of space in the back, not much, but I think more than the previous years. The back seats do all that fold down shit where it can flip all the way down, and you can have more cargo space in the back. I like how the back headrest is. I'm gonna show you all of that stuff. I just want to do an intro on the video that I'm going to post. Like I said, it grew on me, so to speak. I didn't think it'd fit in my garage, but it does fit in my garage. Thank goodness for that. So if you have an average size garage, then yes, it will fit. And I actually have my truck is still in my garage, so I was able to get both of them in my garage, be able to still open the doors without them hitting and all of that. So, and I have pretty much an average size 2-door garage, so that was a bonus. But the XL will not fit. If you get the longer one, it will not fit in my garage unless I kind of catty-corner it in diagonally or something like that. But I wouldn't be able to get another vehicle in there. It'd just be that one. So that was an added bonus that it was able to fit in my garage. The obvious things I'm going to point out in this video, things that I just really liked about the vehicle, and I'm going to point in this video things, of course, that I did not like about this vehicle, because it is both. So without further ado, we're going to get to the video of the 2020 Chevy Tahoe review for anybody who's considering getting the Tahoe or getting the Yukon and the Tahoe. They pretty much the same truck, very minor differences. And the Escalade. Now the Escalade, of course, is the luxury line. I have been in one of those and drove one of those as well, At the time, I wasn't doing YouTube though, so, and it wasn't a 2020, it was a 2017 at that time. But in any case, we're gonna go ahead and get straight to this video. We'll do a quick walk around of the things I like, then I'm gonna jump on the things I don't like. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe if you like the videos. I believe, no, actually, I think the subscribe button is over in this corner. So like, share, subscribe to the video if you like the videos. Let people know about it. I will try to post more videos about different things that I do, and about different car reviews if needed. In any case, this is your boy, Big Les, signing out. All right, one of the first things that I saw about this vehicle, you can change the center or whatever. You can change the features on this to a lot of different features, of course, just like all the new cars have. The information desk. I like to keep it on speed because I'm not always looking at the speedometer, but I will look down at that. One thing I don't like is, like in my Camaro, most of it is digital. The only tax I have is this tachometer for the RPM and the speed. The whole rest of the dash is digital, and I can change it how I like it. So I like that. I don't like that it has all of these clusters still at the top, kind of the older style feel. So that's one thing I didn't like, but I mean, to some people it wouldn't matter. I just expected, by this being a newer vehicle, that they would have that kind of technology in it. Of course, it still has the same radio setup as most of them have now in Chevys and GM vehicles, which is nice. Nice features, has the Apple CarPlay, all of those bells and whistles that you enjoy when you are, all the bells and whistles that you enjoy when you want to have connectivity to your cell phone and your vehicle. It does take Android as well, not just Apple CarPlay. This is the basic radio controls, which are pretty basic but decent. I do like the console features, how it's set up. Everything is easy to reach. This is you have rear climate control here, and you have your basic climate controls here. Now, one thing, this console is pretty big. I guess it's average size for the consoles that they have in these vehicles. As you can see, it has plenty of space down in there. Never mind my weapon, but it has plenty of space down in there to store a lot of stuff. I know women throwing their purses, all the kind of stuff that they normally would have. It's a lot of stuff you can store down in here. They do have USB and a jack right there, a 3.5 millimeter jack and 2 USB ports. I put my garage door opener here. It's a nice little fit for the garage door opener here. 2 cup holders and still more up here space. Cell phone does fit in this slot, and it got 2 USBs up here with also 2 cigarette lighters, which is cool. The one thing I don't like about how this console is if you bigger and you lean back, the console doesn't flip all the way back. As you can see, it sticks out a little bit in front of the seat, so I have to lean forward to be able to reach down in the console. Whereas if it was further back, 2 inches to 2.5 inches further back, I wouldn't have to do that. I could sit back and still reach in there. So that's one thing I definitely do not like about this center console. It's not a big deal, but it's something I don't like. Now, let me step out of the vehicle. Now, they do have this slot right here for more storage, which I like to also, if I'm driving or if I'm going to certain areas and I want to have my weapon out, instead of having it in the console, I set it right here, which is a good spot for it. I do like they have this trim right here. Everything is nicely stitched as far as the leather as well. There's the leather seats, tan leather, all the stitching, very comfortable. So I like the seats and I like the overall appearance of the inside. They do have the pedals that you can move up and down. They move up really high. So that's also a great feature on the truck, because if you lean all the way back, you want to be able to have high pedals that you can reach for when you're leaning back. You know, for a taller person, so you can still reach the pedals instead of having them all the way in. It took me a minute to figure out the steering wheel. I know this one lets it tilt up and down, but I couldn't get it to pull back, so I had to keep leaning the car forward because I couldn't figure out how to pull it back towards the seat, which that I realized that's what this one is for. So this one, you lift and you can pull it all the way out. This one is to tilt it up and down, so that was cool. Now, of course, they have, like I say, this is the button for the pedal control. This is the button for traction off. This is the parking assist. And they have this extra little button right here, which you can kind of see down in here. I don't know if you can see it. It's lit up. That's like a collision detect, which they also have in the menu when you're going through the menus to switch on and off your collision detect. And what it does is if a car is stopping a little bit in front of you, your seat will vibrate to let you know that stop is coming up soon. And it also lets you know as far as lane switches. If your lane is switching, it'll tell you. If a car is on the side of you, your seat will vibrate. And if a car is getting close to behind you, your seat will also vibrate. So it has all of that cool technology in it for those features, which is great. Like I said before, I like how they have this stainless steel Chevy sign right here. It's an extra addition to the overall outlook of the vehicle. Has a chrome trimming around the Bose speaker, which is really nice. All the windows down function. Also, they don't have a good sunglass holder over the top of it that flips down, so I have to put my sunglasses down in here. But this is an extra feature that it has more room to store those kind of things. So you have it here, and you have big pockets on the door, which is all great stuff. This stuff here is just to program the seat. The seats are heated seats also, just so you would know. And what I was talking about with the sunglass holder is this right here. My sunglasses will fit in there, but it will not close. So this is for smaller sunglasses, not bigger sunglasses. Of course, they had a mirror so you can see the passengers behind you if you're a woman with kids and things like that. So all of that stuff is cool, great features. They up here, they have this button to control opening the door in the back. You can press that and it automatically opens and closes the door, which is another great feature, so that you can open and close the door. Of course, this particular model has the 5.3 in it, which is a great model, a great engine. As you can see, it has the 20-inch tires on it, Chevy brand. The rear is tinted. The back seats also have a cup holder here, which I thought was great. Instead of having it somewhere on the middle seat where it can fall over and spill on the inside of the car too much, it has it right here. It also has that extra pocket here to store things, and an extra pocket here with the chrome trimming also around the rear speakers, which is all wonderful things. These seats also have airbags. They also flip down, the two rear captain seats, and then you got the two back seats. And like I said, I like how that headrest, see how it just lifts up and down, kind of like Mercedes do, Audis do, with the wider headrest for more comfort. And it's a fairly decent amount of room back there, even with these seats let back. So that's another added bonus that I did like about this vehicle. Now I'm gonna push that button to pop the tailgate so you can get an idea of that. So I push the button, walk around to the back. The tailgate does come up. I did a little shopping, got my Nike bag in here, which I like also. It has this, angle the camera, it has this extra storage down in here, which is cool. You know, if you got something you want to store hidden, and you don't want to get damaged, you can actually completely close that. Like I said, even if you got a carton of eggs, you can throw them in there and you ain't got to worry about them getting damaged by other things falling on top of them. All of this stuff is the features to flip the seats down, so they can flip down and you have more storage room. Like I say, you can see the back of the headrest. I love these headrests that they have in this vehicle. Those are dope to me. And this is a fairly decent, it's hard to tell, but that is a fairly decent amount of space back here. You know, to throw the groceries in, to throw stuff in, don't worry about it moving. That is a decent amount of space considering the older models maybe had 2 to 3 inches less space. It was a very limited amount of space. This is a lot more space than normally usually be for these type of vehicles as far as trunk space. Now they also have the trimming right here, stainless trimming, which I like. Is another great added feature to the car to give it a little bit more of a luxurious feel. You can also just let the tail, not just lift the whole tailgate up, but you can just let the window up as well. They have a button there that you push and it closes down on its own. Of course, it has a backup camera It has a backup camera on it. Of course, you can press a button to just pop this top open, so you can just lift this up and close it back. That's another extra added feature. Like I say, overall it's a good looking truck. It does have a towing setup already on his vehicle. And that's pretty much it. It has a Wi-Fi in it. Great looking vehicle. 5.3 motor. Overall walk around. Great looking front end on it. Got it from Chuck's Fairbanks Chevrolet, the same place I got my Camaro from. So you can check it all out. It's a very comfortable ride for a truck. And it is chilly out here, so I'm gonna get back in the vehicle. But this is just a quick overall look. If you're considering getting a 2020 and you want to know how it feels, how it looks, this is not the base package. This is one up from the base package, which really just had the leather interior and all the trimming in the inside with the Bose system. I think it's somewhere around $55,000, brand new, 2020 model. So if you're interested, I would give it it's a good family vehicle. It's just me. I already have a truck, so it's a little bulky. It's not something I would want to particularly drive every day unless I needed to. I still like to drive fast, so I like power, but it is a nice vehicle. So check it out, 2020 Tahoe. Now I just completed that walk around. Like I said, it's just a quick walk around. Now I'm gonna have a little discussion about the things I do like about the vehicle. Like I say, it kind of grew on me, where it's more of a comfortable ride, comfortable to get in and drive. Coming from my Camaro, a 2018 Camaro, I like the power, handling, and the speed, but that is, of course, a sports car, so that's what you buy a sports car for. This is more of a family vehicle. You know, more than one person getting in and out, or I guess if you live in the country or some shit like that, you got dogs. This is that kind of vehicle. I would be careful with the leather if you're talking about you have dogs, but this is that kind of vehicle, gives you that kind of feel. It is an SUV, so you do have the comfort. You don't hear a lot of the road, which is great. As you're driving, it's a nice smooth ride, quiet, which I like that. That's important. The things I don't like about it, one of them is this corner right here. Now, the reason I say I don't like that corner right there is because as you're getting in the vehicle and you're climbing in, if you're a taller person, it's very easy to hit your knee right there. Like, the dash is kind of out a little bit, and my seat is back as far as it will go, so it doesn't go back any further. So I have to really watch it when I'm climbing in the vehicle, because I done hit my knee there a couple times, and that, you know, the dash stick out so far. It's hard to tell how close everything is to me, but it is kind of close. The seats don't go back as far as I would like. Another thing I said I didn't like was the issue with the console, that it's not back far enough, so I have to lean forward if I want to reach down in the console. Because I am a taller person, I don't like that about it. And of course, the biggest thing I do not like is the gas mileage. It does not get good gas mileage. Gas, thankfully, has been a little bit on the cheaper side. I've been getting gas for about $2.10 a gallon for this. It does take regular unleaded, unlike my Camaro that recommends premium. So I usually only put mid-grade or premium in it. This vehicle, it takes regular unleaded, so gas not too expensive right now. But if it goes up, then yes, this car does burn gas, especially if this is your only vehicle and your daily driver. Now, like I said, if you got family, a bunch of dogs or something like that, where you need all of this space, it's good for that. You know, you don't have a choice but to make those accommodations. But if it's just me, this is not something I would drive daily, except maybe back and forth to work like I do my older truck. Now, I thought this truck was bigger because it feels so much bigger on the inside, but it's actually the same length as my other truck. It may be an inch longer. I think I measured about an inch longer. So it's not that bad. I mean, I still have that same truck feel. It just has a newer feel to it, because obviously my truck is a 99. This truck is a 2020. So This truck got a lot of years, I'm 21 years older than my truck, so it should have a new car feel. The heat and everything works great. I like the stitching on the steering wheel. It's a big steering wheel. Comfortable turns, like I say, overall comfortable ride. I think the good outweighs the bad in this truck. So if you're really considering getting it and you need it and you don't mind the gas mileage, I'm not sure what the gas mileage is rated at. Let's see how much gas I've been getting. My mileage has been on here. I'm averaging streets, I'm averaging about 15.9, and freeway I average about 24.8 on the highway. So it's not horrible bad. In my Camaro on the freeway, I'm averaging, I can get up to 30 miles a gallon. On the streets, I average it just a little bit more. But if you do a lot of street driving, then of course naturally you're going to burn a lot more gas, because yes, it does burn gas. But other than that, it's a great truck. I think Chevy GM did a great job with it. I still am a Yukon, more of a Denali fan. The Yukon Denali. This is the Tahoe. Still a great vehicle though. In any case, like, share, subscribe to my videos, and in a minute.